What's the worst defense you've seen someone make in a court? We had a guy in court when I worked in CPS who beat his kid with a belt. In court, he asked the judge if he could take off his belt and demonstrate how hard he hit his kid by using his jacket on the back of a chair. The judge was like, whatevs, go for it. I was expecting him to half-ass it, but the guy wailed on the chair until the bailiff told him that's enough. The entire courtroom was like, holy shit dude. And that's how I got quite possibly the easiest child removal to date. Not that I had any thought I'd lose the case, the pictures were horrific and that kid will have scars from that beating for life. I took a guy to small claims court. His defense was I didn't have the product, so I couldn't ship it to him, obviously. The judge was like, but you took his money? The guy, yay, so I could buy the product and ship it to him. Judge, did you do that? Guy, not yet. Judge, do you have his money? Guy, no, I had an emergency and had to spend it. That was that, I won. Edit, someone gave me gold. Thanks, this was a very stressful period of my life. I saw this go down while waiting for my traffic ticket. Judge, so, you were seen pulling a stop sign out of the ground and throwing it in the river. Accused, yes, sir. J, were you drunk? A, no, sir. J, the ticket says you were intoxicated. A, no, sir. J, okay, let's say I believe you. I will throw out this drunk and disorderly charge. A, thank you, sir. J, but, I will have to charge you with the destruction of government property and endangering the public. That comes with at least a year in jail. So I'll ask one more time. Were you drunk? A, yes, sir. Very drunk, sir. My sister told the judge that the light wasn't that red. Then he said he was going to suspend her license and she said, but my dad already took it away. I defended a guy on a DUI that jumped into the backseat after he got pulled over, and claimed someone else was driving. He was the only one in the car. Aggravated criminal sodomy, the defense attorney said the rape only lasted for a minute. Edit, during closing argument to the jury. I never touched my daughters, I never hurt my daughters, never would I sexually abuse my daughters. Except that one time at the cabin. The guy became an instant meme in our country/language. It says here you were drinking and driving. Judge. No sir. I drank then I drove, a guilty guy. A domestic abuse case, the husband was the accused. The couple was in their late 70s or early 80s. When asked if he did indeed abuse his wife, the husband started complaining that some 40 years ago the wife pretended to be ill and he had to do the laundry all by himself, as if he expected the judge to just go, oh okay, I guess that's school then. I was in traffic court and the first guy to go before the judge got pulled over doing some crazy speed, like 140 miles per hour. The judge essentially told the guy to say he wouldn't ever do it again and that it was a mistake, and in return, the judge would drop the ticket fee and the points on his record. The guy countered with, well, I drive that fast all the time, so I'm really good at it, and I don't think it was dangerous at all because of how good of a driver I am. Guy could have walked out totally free, but instead got a $2,500 fine and 2 points on his record. I watched a friend try a DWI case. Her client testified that she wasn't drunk while driving, and therefore not guilty, because she was actually high on meth at the time. My friend put her head down and started hitting her head against the desk. Of course his DNA, semen, was in the alley behind his apartment, where a sexual assault took place. Where else would you expect to find your DNA except where you lived? Ted Bundy jumping out of the courthouse window and running probably didn't do much to convince people he was innocent. I knew a guy who said that the police who responded to the domestic that he had perpetrated had no right to charge him with meth possession since the meth was so pure, no one could have seen it. A guy was in court for a DUI, and he insisted on taking the stand when his lawyer advised him not to. Turned out he wanted the judge to know the cop who arrested him was just some rude kid trying to be a big shot and he wasn't even drunk, he'd only had 2 bottles of wine with dinner. His lawyer interrupted him to try to get him to stop talking and he told his lawyer to shut up. Then the judge advised him to listen to his lawyer, and he told the judge, I'm not a damned child, don't interrupt me, and the judge just smiled, and sat back and said please, proceed. We all knew it was over for this guy. He got maxed on the charge, and advised in the future if he was going to pay for a lawyer, he should listen to him. It was Independence Day, Your Honor. A day to celebrate the freedoms that our forefathers fought and died for. A day to celebrate what this country is. So yes, Judge, I did do some meth for freedom. This was in a drug treatment court. Edit, stop encouraging him. TBH, the judge chuckled and just said don't be stupid. Then the next 5 defendants tried the same thing, and the judge threw the book progressively harder. Key here is, get to court early so your BS excuses first. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.